So I think that he said some really interesting things. Let me just recap here quickly. WikiLeaks tried to influence. Russia tried to influence. They timed the releases and hacked into things and released it to influence our election. Private businesses in Russia also tried to influence. They did interfere. However, we also looked into obstruction because anybody who was trying to obstruct us looking into were our elections free and fair, we needed to look into. So if there was an accusation, we looked into it. He says part one of his report was about the numerous attempts that did happen by Russia, but there was insufficient evidence to prove a crime when it came to the president or anyone around the president. He said, if we would have known for sure that the president did not commit a crime, we would have said so. Now, he didn't say if he did commit a crime, we would have said so, because what followed I thought was really interesting. He said it would be inappropriate and it would be a process beyond justice if we accused and no court could try. So he said it would be wrong and unjust if we made an accusation that, yeah, we think this guy committed a crime, but no court could try it because he's the president of the United States and it's unconstitutional, he said, to charge a president with a crime, a sitting president. So he said we couldn't charge him with a crime if we found a crime. Now, he didn't say they found a crime, but he also said that they didn't find him innocent of any crime. So you're kind of left in this middle ground. And what he's saying here is there's another judge and jury. And that judge and jury is the American people through the impeachment process, because we can't go through the Justice Department. We did what we were supposed to do. And I have nothing further to say on this. There's nothing that we're hiding. There's nothing that the AG has held back. He endorsed Bob Barr, saying he thought he was fair. I do not question Bob Barr. And he said, my testimony, any testimony from anybody on my team, including me, will not go further than the report that is already public. So you're kind of left with, well, wait. You didn't find anything, but you're kind of saying that if there was something, we wouldn't have said it's a crime because it's unjust to accuse him of a crime. So was there a crime?
Yeah, because I think what the media is going to take out of that section, which I think was one of the most important sections, is him saying, look, we were prevented from charging him. However, you do have a way to follow up on this.
Yes.
And the media is going to translate that as him basically giving a roadmap to what Congress should do next, which is impeachment. That is how I think people are going to take that in the media and on the left.
But my question is, you impeach him. You just had a grand jury. And so, when a grand jury does an investigation, and they do all of this, you issue an indictment. This person committed a crime because of these things. Well, he's just said there's no other information for us to give. We've given you all information. Mm-hmm. Well, we've all read that information with an exception of just a few tidbits that don't seem like they're bombshells, hidden behind those black bars. They're just names to protect.
A lot of Roger Stone stuff, basically.
Correct, okay? So he's sending two signals. One, there is a way, if you think the president committed a crime, you have to do it through impeachment. But two, if you're going to interview any of us on the team, we're all going to say the same thing. Everything we have is in that report. Well, there is this weird line in there of if he had committed a crime, we couldn't have said anything. And if we knew he didn't commit a crime, what did he say in the report? If he
was innocent, we would have said so.
We would have said so.
Right. Basically, if we could have proved his innocence, we would have said so.
But like you said, on the other hand, if he would have been guilty, we wouldn't have said so.
Right.
So it kind of helps nobody.
It helps nobody
And
because
it certainly doesn't help Trump.
Because if we have all of the information, well, then where's the crime?
Right.
What is the crime?
Right. What they're saying is there's a way to take this, right? And I think the left will take it this way. Certainly the Ocasio-Cortezes of the world will take it this way, which is saying he can't say that there's a crime that has been committed. However, he believes there is a crime that has been committed and you should go and impeach him for it because that's the only way he can be punished for that crime.
Yeah, but what is the crime?
Well, he's saying it's all there. This is a crime.
Where?
Again,
did you see it? You read the report.
And to be clear, I'm not saying this, but I'm saying that the left will be making this argument, which is there are a lot of examples of things that we could say were obstruction of justice. Him asking for Mueller to be fired and
not.
Well, I mean,
I know. You can look at it that way,
and
but
his
I mean,
point, I think in reality,
there's no smoking gun. This is something that I read it. If this is all the information, which he just said, we have no other information. It's all out there. It's all out there.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's all out there. Well, I don't see anything that is a smoking gun. You could look at certain things and go, that was not good. And that probably was maybe that skirts. But there's no smoking gun on anything. And so what you're doing now is saying we couldn't prosecute and bring to a court of law. But I honestly don't see, even if you could, we've all now seen all of the information.
Right.
And I wouldn't, if I'm an attorney general, I'm not bringing that to a courtroom.
No,
even if constitutionally I could, I don't think you have a strong enough case. Beyond a reasonable doubt, no way.